welcome to our video. We are from Group Fantastic 5. Our topic is about stress awareness. Before that, we are going to introduce ourselves. So, I'm Nursafika.
I'm Nurshahida.
I'm Murasha.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Nikki. Our goal is to help teenagers manage stress, learn ways to prevent it, and raise awareness about its impact.
Sometimes we just need hearing someone to say it's okay to feel this way can make a big difference.
We choose teenagers and adults that in early 20s as our target audience.
So what are the causes of stress? Well, you can take into consideration home environment, school, technology, relationships, overthinking, and this applies to all age ranges. While an adult is worried about their child, an adolescent could be wondering, how can I get out of a household? While an adult is wondering how to get out of a financial situation, an adolescent could be wondering if they have enough money for a certain item. The two situations may seem vastly different, but they can actually have the same mental drain. The reason being, from the ages from 13 to 25, there's so many different changes in the body and in the mind. One of these includes the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that deals with emotions. During these years, it becomes hyperactive and gives false alarms to even the smallest of inconveniences. This is why certain people are stressed and have different emotions when they don't even know why. Personally, I'm not a very busy person. I practice my instrument, I try to do good in school, and I try to have time for myself, which I'm sure many other people do.
A situation where someone could get stressed. For example, a student who has 3 exams in 1 week, a project due, and chores at home. This could make them feel overwhelmed at the same time because they don't have enough time to study or finish their project or rest at home.
They start losing sleep, feel anxious, and snap at their friends without meaning to. This kind of pressure from school and responsibility can easily lead to stress.
In stress, you're not alone. Stress can show up in so many ways. It's sleeping, feeling anxious, or even change in your appetite or mood. The good news is there are ways to manage. Try taking deep breaths, going for a walk, getting enough rest, or just talking to someone you trust. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as your physical health.
Planning your time can also help you stay on top of things without feeling overwhelmed.
Think about how you may want to recharge. If you're in that 25 to 50, it's time to start figuring out, take a break. You may need to take a walk. You may need to put down the phone. You may need to stop the litany of Zoom calls that you're on right now, right? And if you find yourself 0 to 25, that's a real kind of indicator for you to say, hey, something's probably not right. And I need to really kind of take a hard stop and figure out how I recharge. And recharge can happen in a number of different ways. And so I've often talked about when I've gotten into that zone, I just kind of almost go for a walk. I sometimes go outside. I take some deep breaths. I do a number of things. Sometimes I may need a workout. A workout really helps me to recharge on a personal front. And everyone's a little bit different and they'll go to different techniques. And so in the book, I list a lot of things in the book that you may do. You may do 1, 2, 3, 4, or all of them. And they're just really techniques for you to figure out what works for you.
Yeah, no, and I really like that breakdown because I think we're all better when we're measuring things with numbers.
That's right.
There's a specificity there.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people. I think the way your phone is charged says so much about you as a person. So my phone is always charged.
Yeah.
I'm very rarely below 30% or 40% on my phone. And I think I try and monitor my personal health in a similar way.
Right.
As soon as I feel myself going below 50%, I know it's time for an early night. I know it's time to cancel weekend plans. I canceled a dinner this evening for that exact reason. I got back from work yesterday. I started work yesterday at like 8:30 a.m. and I got back from a shoot at 9:30 p.m. And I knew I had a dinner tonight and I just said, I'm so sorry I can't make it.
Good for you.
Because I knew I had a busy day today. I was interviewing you, I was interviewing another guest. And I was like, I want to be really present for that. It's really critical stuff. And then I need to recharge, using your word, I need to recharge this evening. And I'm always shifting things to recharge. And I love that idea because I think we hear the word rest. And then sometimes we feel guilty. We shouldn't, but we feel guilty like, oh, I don't have time to rest.
Yeah.
But when you think of it about recharging, you're reframing it and going, oh, I do need to recharge because otherwise, how am I going to give my best tomorrow?
100%. 100%. And, you know, it's funny. You and me are the same on batteries. I keep my battery pretty charged as well. I have an electric car too. I marvel at people who could take that electric car battery down to 5%.
I can't do it.
That stresses me out. I'm stressed out when they tell me these stories. Oh, I took the battery down to 5%. I'm like, seriously? How? I mean, and they're like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, and for some people it works, right? For me, that doesn't work. I'm plugging in that battery every night and I'm going to make sure I charge that battery up. Others will let it go pretty low. Everyone's a little bit different. That works for them.
Yeah.
I've asked some of my friends who charge it, go really low, and they're like, well, if I charge it too much, I get stressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, it can work the other way.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's got to kind of work for you and how you want to recharge and different techniques that you want to do.
Teenagers can recognize symptoms that cause them stress, and it is also can give tips on how to avoid stress.